bring a new type of news show.
New insights, new styles, and new topics every day.
We are News Generation.
Bring news just for you. It's Wednesday, October 23rd here in Seoul. I'm Song Hyun, and you're watching News Generation. Today we're joined by Park Ki-woon.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. And we're joined by a new panelist with us. He is Kang Moon-ju. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello everyone. My name is Kang Moon-ju. I'm a sportscaster and thank you for inviting me today. I'm looking very forward to talking to Eugene and Ki-hyun today.
We're also looking forward to talking with you as well. Once again, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And both are here to speak on behalf of those in their 20s and 30s. So we're going to start with our keyword news of the day. Today's keyword is bathroom. The restroom at the Mangyang service area in Cheonan City, Chuncheon province was recently named Korea's most beautiful public bathroom of the year by the Interior Ministry. Renovated in 2016 by a Korean interior designer, the restroom draws inspiration from the Cheonan Hyangyo Confucian School and traditional Hanok houses. Its design not only showcases Korean tradition, but also prioritizes user convenience, featuring advanced drainage systems, nursing rooms, and diaper changing stations that you're seeing right now. And local media highlighted positive reviews from international visitors. For example, one French tourist compared the restroom to facilities you'd only expect in a 5-star hotel, praising its interior elements like the indoor garden, Hanok-style doors, and traditional stone lanterns, and expressing surprise that such a high-end facility was free to use on a highway. Another Canadian visitor was similarly impressed, noting the digital display outside that shows in real time which stalls are occupied. So I want to ask our panelists, from your experience, do you find that restrooms here in Korea are more convenient and stylish when compared to those in other places?
Yeah, to be honest, I was very shocked to see this.
The photos?
These photos and type of bathroom. I've lived in the States for about like 7-8 years and I've never seen this kind of elegant bathroom ever in public places. It seems so private to me though. It's very public, and especially the wash basins, it's all separated by themselves. It wasn't connected to each other. And like another point that caught my eyes was the traditional but modernized Hanok interior, like Korean traditional interior. And also the lights, it was very interesting, like the harmony of like ceiling light and the just enough amount of sunlight that's receiving. It's made so luxurious and everything. So I think the light was very calm and convenient. And also, I mean, I just became ambassador of this Mangyang service area bathroom. But I should probably take a look at places where I could go driving this service area just to visit that bathroom over there. Yeah.
And I think Moon-ju showed us the perfect reaction of what this rest area is kind of aiming for. Like these high-end, eloquent bathrooms could be a way for these rest areas to actually lure in more visitors, right?
Definitely. These highway rest areas, this become like fierce competition because there are a lot of matchips at these rest areas, and people actually, look forward to stopping by to, have a meal
or a snack,
or just grab coffee. And there are different like just attractive places to take pictures, and of course the bathroom as well. I mean, you're not really going to take pictures of bathrooms, but for foreigners it could be like a new experience, and just to see how clean Korea is, and in terms of just like sanity, and like you expect public bathrooms to be a little smelly, but I haven't been to this particular restroom, but I've been to many different rest areas, and I was very surprised at how clean these toilets were, bathrooms were, and it is a pleasant experience. I mean, you don't want to really, go in there into a very smelly place, and it's not a very pleasant experience, but having these kind of modernized with a twist of a traditional Hanok twist interior, it's great. It's a great attractive tourist attraction as well, and I expect more bathrooms to become, more attractive, but not just bathrooms, but also rest areas, because it's also another experience, like when you actually travel abroad, a long distance by car, always stopping by the highway.
Yeah, it's like a must-visit area, right?
Visit area. It's just part of the whole experience.
So I'm sure that after watching our episode today, a lot of our international viewers who have plans to visit Korea might visit this rest area as well. And that was our keyword news for this Wednesday. So we're now going to move on to our main discussion of the day. It's Wednesday, time for our weekly My K-Star Pick segment, where we highlight some of the hottest and most trending figures here in Korea. So Kyun, can you introduce our K-Star for the week?
Yes, for this week's K-Star, it's our one and only world-class living legend, Son Heung-min, better known as Sonny in Europe. So to give more information about Sonny, let's take a look at the screen. Born on July 8, 1992, now 32 years old. He grew up in Chuncheon, Gangwon province, which is approximately an hour and a half drive from Seoul, east of Seoul. And he grew up learning soccer with his older brother. His father, who is also an ex-professional soccer player, taught both his sons at a very young age. He stands at 183 centimeters, the same height as myself actually, and weighs 76 kilograms, much lighter than me. He's currently playing in the English Premier League for Tottenham Hotspur, joining in 2015. Son made his debut in the German Bundesliga, joining Hamburg SV back in 2010 when he was only 18 years of age. His MBTI, for those who are interested, Eugene, is ESFJ. Now, what does that mean, ESFJ?
ESFJ means that you're very caring, you're very social, and that person is a very community-minded people.
Maybe I should become ESFJ as well.
Maybe you should. You should not only follow his height, but also his MBTI as well.
And his weight, perhaps, yeah.
Okay, his weight as well. Right, so Kyun just gave us a run-through of who Sonny is. And here in Korea, Son Heung-min is not just a football star. He is more of a cultural icon. He's become one over the years. So Moonju, tell us just how popular Sonny has become here in the country.
Yeah, I mean, what could we even say more about how popular Sonny is, at least in this country?
His name says it all, right?
Yeah, it's Son Heung-min, right? But like, he has always been an absolute #1 sports star here. And Hanguk Gallup, a research agency in South Korea this spring, 49% of respondents chose Son Heung-min as their favorite sports star. So the reason why this result is even more remarkable is because the question included a condition saying regardless of ages, genders, and like they could, regardless of their like whether they're alive or not. So it was all like non-conditional question, and it didn't narrow it down to soccer players or anything. So this means of all-time sports star that we have here in South Korea, Sonny was an absolute #1. And this also stands out if we compare the number with those following zone. Lee Gang-in, standing second on the list, was chosen by 7% of respondents. And then he's followed by Lee Hyun-jin, 6%, and Kim Yeona with 5%. So they are all top stars in South Korea. But Sonny, I think we could say he's a star of all stars.
And for our viewers' information, Ryu Hyun-jin is a Korean baseball player, and Kim Yeona is a former figure skater, a Olympic gold and silver medalist as well. So the stat that Moonju mentioned just show how Son Heung-min is currently the absolute all-time favorite star here in Korea. So now let's hear from the younger generation on what they think about Son Heung-min. We went to Gangnam Station in Seoul to ask young people their views.
한국의 축구라고 부를 만큼 이제 많이 유명한 선수라 생각합니다. 그 손흥민 선수가 이제 축구 선수가 되는 과정이 이제 너무나도 혹독하고 힘들었는데 그거를 이겨내고 축구 선수가 된다는 게 너무 제 마음에 와닿아가지고 너무 제 우상이기도 하고 그래가지고 대한민국의 영웅이라고 생각하죠.
현 시점에선 대한민국을 대표하는 운동선수라고 생각이 듭니다.
외국에 나갔을 때도 외국인들이랑 제가 한국에서 왔다고 얘기를 하면 다들 뭐 소니 막 이러면서 얘기를 하는 경우가 많더라고요. 그래가지고 손흥민이란 선수가 진짜 우리나라에서만 유명한 게 아니라 세계적으로 유명한 선수라는 거를 실감할 수 있었던 것 같습니다.
Right, so some of the interviewees that we met said Son Heung-min is synonymous with Korean football. He is a hero of South Korea, and he is kind of like the face of Korean sports as of now. So for those who are interested and want to find out more about Son Heung-min, we prepared 3 keywords that we think best introduce or describe Son Heung-min. So our first keyword of Son Heung-min is living legend. So Kyun, could you please tell us more about that?
Yes, just by listening to the interviews of young citizens and how they perceive him, it's safe to say he is a living legend and a
Right.
cultural icon going beyond a famous soccer player. So I'm just going to list some of the key achievements he has made, and the statistics really speak for themselves. So in the 21-22 season, he won Premier League Golden Boot Award, scoring 23 goals alongside Mohamed Salah, becoming the first ever Asian player to win it. While at Tottenham, Son became the top Asian goal scorer in both the Premier League and Champions League history, surpassing Cha Bong-gun, another living legend here in Korea. For those who may not be familiar with the Premier League, it is the highest level of the English football system by far, and the most popular and watched professional league in the world. And the UEFA Champions League, abbreviated as UCL, is an annual competition contested by top division European clubs. It is one of the most prestigious football tournaments in the world, and every European team's dream to lift the winning trophy. So back in April 2023, he became the first Asian player to score 100 Premier League goals. He is also the club's fifth highest goal scorer and all-time leader in assists. And after becoming a full international since 2010, Son has made 129 appearances and scored 49 goals. And this record is still going. And
Right.
I really look forward to seeing him just becoming number one in all the different areas of making the appearances and scoring goals, and most number of appearances in World Cup as well.
Right, so he's already made so many impressive achievements. He is making his mark and breaking records not only on the Korean national team, but also in one of the most celebrated football leagues in the world. So no wonder he is called a living legend. And our second keyword to describe Son Heung-min is Chuncheon. So Bunju, could you elaborate more?
Yeah, absolutely. So Son Heung-min was born and raised in Chuncheon. So it is his hometown for both birth and his soccer career. Unlike other soccer players that we have, like elite players, they normally progress by like elite course.
And they study
yeah.
overseas or train overseas at a young age.
Yeah, exactly. But he spent most of his academic years at Chuncheon and Wonju until he moved to Seoul to join the youth team operated by FC Seoul, one of the prominent South Korean professional soccer teams. And I think this relates at least to somewhat why Sonny became a cultural icon, as we talked about earlier. And he became a global superstar, writing a rags to riches story. Indeed, Chuncheon was considered a wasteland or barren regarding soccer, and his mere motivation for starting soccer was excitement because it was fun. And it's a city that is fundamental for his soccer career, as I just explained a bit. And he mastered his skills here in Chuncheon with his father, practicing 3 to 4 hours every day after school. And so-called Son Heung-min Zone that we all know, like all Premier League fans know, is created from like practice with his dad here at Chuncheon. So I think this is a very important place in Son Heung-min's life. So we could definitely say Chuncheon is his second keyword here today.
Right, no wonder he's called the son of Chuncheon, right?
Yeah, definitely. This is why he's son of Chuncheon.
Right, Chuncheon의 아들, which is in Korean.
Yeah.
And our last keyword, we cannot leave out this word to describe Son Heung-min, and that is captain.
Yeah, he is Captain Sonny. But just to add on to what Munju said, you know, when I heard about Chuncheon, the only thing that popped up was 닭갈비.
What is
Before
it?
Sonny became famous, but now it's like hometown of Sonny when you talk about Chuncheon. So anyway, there's 닭갈비 and hometown
The
of Sonny.
stir-fried chicken dish, right?
Exactly. Anyway, so going back to the third keyword, captain. So more people call him Captain Sonny now, as he's a captain for both the Korean national team and Tottenham Hotspur. So Sonny took on the captain's band for the national team from 2018 and looks to lead his team into the 2026 World Cup. Tottenham decided to give Sonny the same role from 23-24 season and has shown tremendous leadership skills since. So with his own style of friendliness and ability to get along with all team members, including the coach and staff, he's loved by almost everyone and respected by both young and older players. And, you know, it's not easy to become a captain and to become a leader, but he shows it in every aspect, like even
Right.
outside the field when he signs autographs, he waves at his fans, you know, he's always willing to take pictures with them. Whereas like a lot of elite, like top world-class players, they're really busy and they have a lot of security around them and they're busy just, you know, coming in and out of the stadium. But Sonny always makes time for his fans, and that's why I think fans love him on a different level.
Right, and I also want to add that Sonny has become the very first Asian to become the captain of the Tottenham Hotspur, so that's another big record that we must emphasize when introducing Son Heung-min. And one thing that's also caught the public's attention over the years is how much Sonny's interview skills have improved. So to help you see the change, we've prepared two clips, one from when Son Heung-min was 18 years old and one from earlier this year in 2024.
일단 그렇게 박지성 형이나 뭐 박주영 선수 뭐 그런 형들을 보고 같이 운동할 수 있다면 저에겐 좀 큰 영광이고 행복이죠.
가장 중요한 건 저희가 어떤 축구를 하고 싶은지 또 어떤 축구를 해야 하는지에 대해서 조금 더 구체적인 생각을 가지고 앞으로 나아가면 정말 좋을 것 같고.
Right, so I'm sure our viewers through the videos noticed how much his communication style has grown over the years. Now, I think that what we could also see from this video is what makes Sonny so popular worldwide. Not just his football skills, but it's also his personality, right?
Yeah, as you guys have just seen from videos, his interview skill is like almost perfect.
Right.
I think he's doing interviewing better than I am.
People are always surprised by the remarks.
Yeah, like he knows what he's saying.
Yeah.
So anyways, if we take a close look at his interviews, he's always humble and he always puts his teammates before him. So this is clearly shown in both the national team and also in Tottenham's interview. So it became an issue of the day in England, actually, when Sonny put the mic down so politely with two hands. And people were saying Sonny is even kind and even nice to Mike.
Right.
It's so adorable, right? And another episode that we could bring about is when there was a 2022 Qatar World Cup.
Oh, I remember that World Cup.
Just a few weeks before the World Cup, Sonny was injured and he had to receive a surgery. And it was a definitely red light for both Sonny and the our national team. And still, what the team did was adding a reserve player named Oh Hyun-gyu, right? So he was 27th player and the entry only could include 26 players. So basically, Oh Hyun-gyu was just there for replacing Sonny if he could not play at all in the World Cup. But during and after the World Cup, as we all know, Sonny played very well.
With the mask, black mask.
Yeah, with the mask, very well. And so he showed his great appreciation to like Oh Hyun-gyu for being with the team and becoming a wonderful training partner.
Right.
Like spreading all his positivity, though he could not play at all. So I think these interviews were so thoughtful and so like touching. I was touched by his interview.
Yeah.
So like I think this clearly shows how like Sonny's personality is so well designed. I think this is kind of like wordy, but still, yeah. His personality and his humbleness, maybe, yeah.
I think that contributes to a bigger fan base being built towards
definitely.
Son Heung-min, not only here in Korea, but in other parts of the world as well. So once again, from his incredible football skills to his humble and friendly personality, we've taken a closer look at what makes Son Heung-min so appealing. So now let's once again hear from some young fans about what they love most about Sonny.
아무래도 슛이 아닐까. 네. 손흥민 선수 훈련 중에 슛하는 걸 봤는데 슛을 거의 1000번 넘게 차더라고요. 네. 그것 때문에 슛이 장점이라고 생각합니다. 손흥민 선수는 뭐 캡틴 달 만한 자격이 충분히 있다고 생각합니다.
아직 잘 뛰고 계시기 때문에 앞으로도 좋은 성적 거둬주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
국가대표로 나왔을 때도 항상 주장을 많이 맡으시면서 이게 축구라는 것 자체가 팀전이다 보니까 그 팀워크가 되게 중요한데 이제 손흥민 선수가 주장으로 하면서 협업을 많이 할 수 있고 이제 딱 뭔가 카리스마 있게 잘 전개할 수 있게 도와주는 것 같아서 그런 면에서도 되게 좋은 리더라는 생각도 드는 것 같습니다.
제가 축구 쪽을 잘 아는 건 아니지만 아버지께서 가끔씩 말씀을 하셨었는데 보면은 되게 외국에서 생활하시는 게 어려움이 많으실 때도 불구하고 굉장히 간결한 정확한 언어로 의사 표현을 잘 하시고 그럼에도 계속 예의를 잘 갖춰서 얘기한다라고 칭찬했던 게 기억이 나서 그런 부분에서 되게 탁월한 리더이자 운동 선수인 것 같습니다.
Right, so we once again listened to what young fans love most about Son Heung-min. Now we're going to wrap up today's episode by saying something, our message that we'd like to individually say to Son Heung-min. Well, I would personally like to say to Son Heung-min, welcome back, because the reason why we prepared an episode on Son Heung-min today is because he recently made a comeback.
He did.
And he actually scored during the game with West Ham, as far as I remember.
Yep.
Right, and a lot of fans, especially domestic football fans here in Korea, were very disappointed and they were heartbroken when they heard that Son Heung-min was injured because he missed out previous national team matches.
Yeah.
So I would like to say to Son Heung-min, welcome back and look forward to all the amazing records and achievements that you'll make throughout your career. So I'm gonna toss the mic to you, Kyun.
Sonny, I love you. I want your autograph. Definitely, I really hope to see him one day in front of my eyes, whether he's playing for Tottenham or for the national soccer team. He is definitely at his peak of his career, or maybe a bit past his peak, but he's still playing brilliantly, and he's so respected, not for his just skills on the field, but outside the pitch. And I would like to continue just seeing him, playing for any clubs. But K-League is also a huge, it's growing market here in Korea, K-League. I recently saw a charity match between K-League and Team Imyeong, and I saw so many fans come to the stadium, and I wondered, hey, there was Ki Sung-young as well, who also played in English Premier League, and he's also a legend as well in Korea for Korean football. And seeing him come back to K-League, play for Seoul FC, I would also like to see Sonny, after he considers retiring and coming back to K-League, maybe playing for Gangwon FC or where Chuncheon is, and just seeing him just elevate Korean football to another level. And hopefully he doesn't get injured and just plays well until the 2026 World Cup, and hopefully leads his team to the round of 16s or even past that, the quarterfinals.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Now, what about you, Munju?
Yeah, I personally have a hope for him. I think he's scoring like 49 goals, right?
Right.
If he scored 10 more goals as a national team squad, he will be scoring the most goals in the South Korean national team. So I really want to see him achieving that goal one day. And also, I've never seen him before, and I was so jealous when my parents, my father and my younger sister, went to England and they saw
this match in person.
200th goal and as an international player. And I was so jealous, and they bought me a jersey of Son Heung-min. I want to buy it myself, and I want to meet you someday. And I really, I will be looking forward for your, 300th goal maybe in the Premier League. Yeah, so love you.
Right, so once again, fingers crossed. Now that's all we have for NewsGen today, but we'll be back tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Korea time. Special thanks today to Park Ki-eun.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you. And Kang Mun-ju.
Thank you for inviting me today.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. We are News Generation.